Hey everybody, welcome to Doc Talks with Dr. Murphy. So we're not doing a Trash Talk Tuesday today. We have trashed so many things, and so just wait, we'll have plenty more next week. But this week I thought would be really fun because we're talking about two things this guy likes a lot, and that's space and medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about NASA. NASA. You ready for this?
Yes.
So this is really kind of cool. So NASA just released some results of a twin study. I'm going to let you guess which twins. Do you know?
No.
Scott Kelly and Mark Kelly. Everybody knows Gabby Givers.
Changes DNA and everything.
Yeah. So you know about this. So the findings said that they could shape the 2020 mission to Mars, the future of what that might look like. So here's what they did. So Scott Kelly was separated from Mark Kelly March 27, 2015. Mm-hmm. Scott Kelly lived on the International Space Station. Mark Kelly stayed down below with the rest of us peons who don't know a whole lot about space, besides you. And basically 3-year studies, this is what they found. Long-term space missions are likely to change astronauts' metabolism, genetics, cognitive performance, and they said that it could lead to, even months after they return, potential damage. They say that it caused damage to, I think, Scott Kelly. Yes, Scott Kelly's DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So, unique stresses, they said, of course, when you're in space, you don't have to support the weight of your own body. Mm-hmm. So that's a thing. I don't really know what that means. But
well, you lose muscle mass. You lose bone mass. And your blood flows differently. You breathe differently. It's everything changes in a weightless environment.
Yeah.
Their DNA change, I think, is interesting because what maybe a lot of people don't know is the exposure to gamma radiation.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said it's 8 times higher.
Yeah, because there's no shielding on the space shuttle.
Yeah.
That's what our magnetic magnetosphere of our Earth and our ozone layer keeps out a lot of the gamma rays. But yeah, they're exposed to incredible amounts of radiation, and that's actually what's destroying their DNA.
Weird.
It's not changing.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, it's microradiation.
Yeah.
And it will come through, and it'll travel right through the body, but when it does, it'll hit the DNA inside of a cell and split it, cleave it, kill it, and as the body's trying to repair it, it doesn't get the connections just right, so it mutates.
Ooh.
So you might go to Mars as a human, but you're gonna come back
as an X-Men. We're going to have a bunch of X-Men coming back.
Yeah.
Well,
Wolverine.
Ooh, I would love to be Wolverine. So you want to know what's kind of cool about this? So these twins, they're identical twins. And so they were really able to control the differences in this study, which is really kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. It's first of all, twins are unique, and then you've got these ridiculously smart space folk. And they're able to study the environmental changes because that's really the only thing that's different. So it's not studying me against a random person who's in space. It's studying a person who's exactly like me who lived on Earth while I lived in space.
I say I'd love to study.
I just think that's so
people
cool.
in space because I think we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the changes that are going to take place in a low gravity environment.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too because once eventually I think maybe if we survive the next couple of 100 years as a world, we do travel to distant stars. I mean, the gravity will be different, the atmosphere will be different, and our bodies will have to adapt and genetically mutate to meet those challenges.
That's so rad, man.
And I'll give you an example of a mutation that occurred on Earth. I mean, there's plenty of them around, but sickle cell disease, it's in African Americans, colored people of skin color. It's actually prevents malaria. And it's a genetic, it's a genetic mutation that occurred in Africa to where the cells sickle, especially in a low oxygen environment. But the bug, malaria, which has got a cool name, Plasmodium falciparum, can't invade the cells. So they are immune to malaria, where if we got malaria, our chances of dying are really quite high. Yeah.
Well, and
that's just an example of a genetic trait in response to a harsh environment.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you think about animals too, even just simple examples that you see all the time of animals who change the way they look They have to adapt to their environment or die. It is survival of the fittest, man.
You know what I predict? If we do go on a long extended space mission and we're exposed to gamma radiation, what will happen is we will grow skin like cockroaches.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll have armor
exoskeletons.
We'll have exoskeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have to.
We'll come back and
we'll be cockroaches.
Yeah, we'll be like the bugs. What's that bug movie you like?
That is Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, the only good bugs are good bugs.
There were probably Americans at one time that went off to space and
they came
turned into bugs because of the
rabbits.
radiation.
It's a brain bug. It's afraid. Oh man! After all these videos we've done, we finally brought Starship Troopers, and this is the moment I've been waiting for.
She's a Starship
for
Trooper.
months.
She loves it. She knows every quote of the movie.
I pretty much do. It's true, and if you disagree with me, you're wrong. So anyway, it's pretty cool, right?
Good doc talk.
Yeah.
Michelle the Freak.
Michelle
Starship
the Freak
Troopers.
Show. Wolverine coming at you live. X-Men. I volunteer him as tribute for the next space mission.
Yeah, you just want to get rid of me.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week.